Hi, this is Grant from Move Health and Fitness. Today I'm going to take you through an entry-level glutes and core series. Equipment for this, all we need is a mat, something nice and comfortable for your knees. I've got a wee timer just because we're going to do a few bits for time, but you feel free to just use your phone. Wee Gym Boss is pretty handy though. And the other thing we're going to be using is, I've got a Pilates ball. This could also be a yoga block. A foam roller works quite well, but the kind of Pilates ball is perfect for this, just for a little bit of squeezing between the knees. So the first thing we're going to work on is some abdominal engagement. So this doesn't look like you're doing very much. All we are going to do here is lie on our back, and we are going to make sure we're pressing our lower back down so that we feel those hips shift and tuck into that nice position. And I'm going to basically just press down, and I'm going to hold this for time. So we're going to do 30 seconds at a time here, and I'm looking to press down and try and connect with my obliques and my abdominal muscles, and I'm going to exhale everything out, drawing my core in, and I'm looking to hold that tension for 30 seconds at a time, pressing down as hard as we can, trying to make sure that we're even either side. So I say 30 seconds on, and we'll do 30 seconds off. So I'll start the timer, 30 seconds engaging, and I say just trying to keep that tension going down the whole way through. And breathing while I hold tension. So you try and make sure you're even either side. You might notice there's some bits you can't actually connect with, and that's kind of what we want to be working on here. So 30 seconds pushing down, breathing as we go. So that is our first movement. I say movement, you're not really moving very much, but first exercise. From there we're going to move to a similar thing, but we're just going to bring that yoga ball or Pilates ball into it. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to have this kind of just between the legs, and we're going to stay in that nice sort of hip thrust position. Again, the lower back presses down. We should feel those hips shift. This time we're going to squeeze the ball as we press down, and we're going to keep everything engaged. Same thing. Breathe out and draw that core in, and we want to try and keep that tension as we squeeze the ball and as we press down. And again, we're going to do 30-second sets on this. So we're holding that tension in the tummy and in the hips, but we want to maintain that nice calm breathing, calm face. The lower body's working here, the tummy's working, but we don't want to be scrunching up and grinding our teeth. We just want to be nice and calm in the face. So that's the first two exercises. From there, we're going to go into a hip bridge or a hip thrust. So we're going to lose the ball for this one, and we're going to be in a similar position though. And again, before we extend the hips up, we're going to make sure we're pressing down. So our lower back is pressing down, and we just see that wee shift of the hips. From there, I'm going to peel my spine off the floor one segment at a time, like it's a bit of Velcro. And at that top position, I want to feel my bum cheeks engage, and I should be almost squeezing them like it's a fist. Squeezing them together, and then I'm going to roll my spine back down onto the floor whilst maintaining that tension in the tummy. Again, we engage, and we peel the spine off the floor up into extension, and we squeeze at the top. Now, a lot of people will hyperextend on this. We don't really need to be here. We just want to come up enough so that we feel the glutes engaged, and we still keep that tummy nice and tight, and we're still keeping connected with the core muscles. So that is our hip thrust. From there, we're going to move to your bird dogs. Fantastic exercise. Probably one of the most butchered exercises there is though. So we're going to take this nice and slow. We're going to be in the box position. We're going to make sure we grip the floor, a little bit of tension in the hands. We're going to make sure our pelvis is tucked in. And then from there, we're going to keep the chin tucked in towards it. I'm going to extend my leg out, thinking distance, not height, and I'm going to bring my hand up in front. At this point, I am going to pull as if I'm trying to pull a rope towards me, and I'm going to suck this back leg in, and I'm going to squeeze those tummy muscles. You should feel you get a bit of a wobble at the top if you're connected and squeezing everything. From there, we're going to bring the hand down and the leg back in. We want to make sure we keep that pelvis tucked though. What we tend to see is people come out and they drop and they're trying to stretch, which is not what we want. What we want is that contraction, and we want that structure in the lower back. And we just keep going. Nice squeeze at the top, everything stays nice and tight. Done right, these should be pretty challenging, and we keep them nice and slow, squeezing at the top. We want to feel like we're connecting our body, not stretching away. And that is our bird dog. Okay, from there we are going to move into our side plank. So we're going to do this with a short lever, meaning we're going to tuck the legs back below the knees. We're going to make sure our elbow is underneath our shoulder. Now what tends to happen as we come up, this will push away from us and we get this rough, kind of not so nice angle, which causes a bit of kind of too much tension in the shoulder. We want our shoulders nicely stacked, one on top of the other at the top position. So for this today, what we're going to do is we're going to drive up and we're just going to look to feel a bit of kind of oblique engagement, so those side tummy muscles. So I'm going to drive myself up, and as I come up, it should force me into a contraction at the top. Now we want those shoulders stacked, and then we just come back down again. So that would be one rep. We come up, we squeeze and hold, and all we're looking to do is feel that connection with the side tummy muscles. Bit of a squeeze, lower yourself back down. And then we'll do exactly the same thing on the other side. Again, shoulders stacked, tucking those legs back below the knees. We're going to come up, squeeze those side tummy muscles at the top, and always breathing throughout. We want to always have that nice long pause at the top. Make sure you're feeling connected. We don't want to just be up and down, not really doing anything, not getting much from it. The idea is to get that mind muscle connection and feel what it is you're supposed to be feeling. From there, we're going to move on to your front plank. So we're going to do this from the knees. I'll show you this up on the toes as well if you find from the knees is too easy. What I would say is a lot of people tend to jump a wee bit ahead on planks and their posture's not very good on them. So we want to make sure again we've got that pelvis tucked in. So for our first variation today, we're going to do from the knees. So we'll do this from the forearms, and we're going to make sure our pelvis is rotated forward, and we're going to keep that tuck so that we can almost feel those kind of lower abs engaged, and we want to be thinking like you are trying to hold a fart in the whole way through the set. So your bum cheeks should be clenching together, and your lower tummy muscles should really be engaged. And if you want to make this a wee bit harder, we can cause a bit of tension from the elbows to the knees, and the knees to the elbows, like I'm trying to put a crease in the mat. So again, pelvis tucked, bum cheek squeeze like we're holding in that fart, and we're going to pull the elbows to the knees and the knees to the elbows. Now if we want to make this a little bit more challenging, we can just come up onto the toes, but again, what we want to watch out for is being out of position. We want pelvis tucked, bum cheek squeezed, and again, elbows pulling towards toes, toes pulling towards elbows, legs locked out, and everything firing. And again, we just breathe throughout. And that is our glutes and core series. I'm Grant from Move Health and Fitness. Thanks very much.